Hello, I'm Calvin,
I'm Kevin.
and we just spent 5 days in the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness. I filmed the whole thing. Can't wait for you to see it. Enjoy the journey. We just left for Ely, Minnesota. We're 13 hours away. We're picking up our gear. We're getting a canoe at the Ely Outfitting Company and picking up our permits right down the road. See you in 13 hours. All right, about 3 hours in. Got my Mountain Dew kickstart. We're in it to win it, baby. I'm so gassed up right now. I know I was a little lazy in the last clip. I was tired. I didn't get much sleep last night. I was up late watching Bo Burnham's 8th Grade. Decent movie. Well, bye now. All right, guys, the Mackinac Bridge. Look at this beauty. So what's really cool about this bridge over what looks like a desert of blue yogurt is that before it was here, if you wanted to go to the Upper Peninsula from the Lower Peninsula of Michigan, you had to go down and around and make a C shape, except written backwards.
Actually, you just took a ferry across.
Okay, we're at a gas station
What?
in Wisconsin. It's called Christ.
And gas is less than $3.
Or is that Christ? Did they spell Christ wrong? Let's go see their bathrooms.
Several song-filled hours later.
Four minutes away. It's been a long day, huh?
A long one.
Ely, Minnesota. A quiet town. There
Turn
was...
right into the car park, then arrive at your destination.
Thanks, Siri. There was nothing for so long.
Adventure Inn.
Adventure Inn, that's where we're staying.
Let's go see where you're playing.
Is this what mothballs smell like?
No. I don't know what this is, but it ain't good.
It's midnight, and this concludes our first day of travel. In the morning, at the crack of dawn, we enter our first lake.
Actually, I was planning to go get some scones and some coffee.
Okay.
Showing no rain, so hopefully that holds true, but well, no, that can change in about 6 hours. Or at least it does in Michigan. Hey, buddy.
All right, we just entered the BWCA. Got our Kevlar canoe. We're out on Koshway Lake. Our first campsite, just to stop and get some food. Canoe did well. I'm freaking hungry. All right, packing up for this big portage. Hope you guys ain't got vertigo.
There.
Go straight. Lower it. Hello, sir.
How's it going, friends?
Very well. How are you?
Not too bad. She's a long one.
Yeah, I hear.
You got another 80 right after. It's small lake.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course. Thanks for letting me get through.
Yep.
Anybody else behind you?
Yeah, 2 guys in the kayak.
Okay.
Is there more weight in the back than the front?
Yeah, a little bit.
I can feel it. If you could just lift the back tip with just slight pressure, that'd be really helpful.
Yeah.
Thanks. Whew. Daggone. If you guys have ever done dumbbell shrugs, once you get to about 30, this is what that feels like the entire time. Relax, Calvin. Lower your traps.
72 hours later.
We have 3 friends coming at us. Friends. You sound like a 2nd grade teacher.
In hindsight, I should have run those oars longitudinally.
Honestly, the hardest part of this is the backpack. A half mile doesn't sound like a long way. But when you're carrying 250 pounds, it's a freaking expedition. Once we get across this lake, we gotta do that again.
What?
Talking to the camera.
I just realized we got pretty good footage too. Not that good, but
That's fine. Uh-oh, slow down, stop.
Yeah. Here, let me get you. How are we gonna do this one?
We made it to camp. This is what she looks like. Beautiful little spot in the woods. Got the hammock set up. Got an attractive exhibitionist in the water. What you got there?
Just got me King Kong walleye. That is a beautiful fish.
It's the biggest walleye I've ever seen.
I thought I had a stick.
Well, first day is complete. We're in the tent, ready for another 7 miles tomorrow. Peace. Buenos dias. Welcome to the kitchen.
Breakfast is served.
This is oatmeal complete with brown sugar, raisins, and peanut butter, and cinnamon, cooked over this mini stove. Check it out. It's got a little gas tank going into this burner, some pots. It's a good deal. Beautiful view. Campsite packed. We're loading up the canoe for our next excursion. We're going from Poly Lake to what lake?
I don't know. I think we're gonna go up to where the petroglyphs are today.
Petroglyphs. I think they call them pictographs. They're ancient drawings. I'll show you when we get there.
They were probably made by old people.
We just made it out of Poly Lake, portaged it into the Koshway River, and now we've got another long portage into Como Lake. Pretty sure this portage is 100 plus rods, so a good deal. I figured it'd be easier if we took the packs out, took them down to the entry, and then came back for the canoe, so we don't have another experience like yesterday, because holy crap, that was tough. Quick dry shorts are essential in the boundary waters. You get them wet, they're dry in like 5 minutes. We're at our next campsite, and it is an island. I kid you not, an island. Come on. Freaking cliff jumping. We're gonna have to get some of that. It has been a crazy journey for the past few miles. We had to trek across a swamp. I had to walk in mud that went up to my calves. It was insane. It almost sucked my boots off. And my battery was dead, so I couldn't get to you guys. But I'm on my second and final battery, so I'm gonna have to make these videos a little bit more brief. Come over here. As you can see, there's a beautiful path down to the down to the canoe. It's not a kayak. Here's our water filter. We've been eating oatmeal and oatmeal for the past day and a half, so we're eating our celebratory Pop-Tart.
I boiled a fish last night, though.
Okay, cool.
Oatmeal and fish.
I wasn't about to eat that. That's a leech. I'm fine. We're gonna put salt on it. You ever see what salt does to a leech? We're about to find out.
You didn't really seem to care that I put salt on it.
Well, get it, get it. Cover it. Cover it. I'm so freaking scared, bro. Get his tail. Get his sick, gross, disgusting
tail.
tail.
Get underneath his belly.
Ugh. Ugh. Get it, get it, get it.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I'm such a I swear this place is heaven. You can't hear a thing out here except for wind and water. Look at this sky. You just wait for sunset. It's gonna be insane. I was not lying. Check this out and listen closely. The magic word in the boundary waters is DEET. I got some of this repel tick defense. It works great on cedar gnats and ticks, but you can't count on it to fight these frickin' fairies of death that they call mosquitoes out here. They're fat, they're ugly, and they want to kill you. They want your blood. They hate you. And so the best thing you can do is get as much DEET as you possibly can. 40%, 50%, 100%. As you can see, I've got one of those off diffuser refill things clipped into my headband. Got a few more of these. No diffuser. This freaking Pickardin garbage. There's some Cutter Natural junk in the backpack. It's lightweight stuff. And it's not enough to fight these freaking monsters. My legs are covered. I feel like I'm gonna die. I'll let you guys know if I die in a later video. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty tired.
I'm kind of feeling it too.
We got a long portage ahead of us. We're about 3 miles into today's travels. Try saying into today's travels 5 times fast. We're hoping to end up on Williamson Island, which should have some beautiful sights and a nice campsite. I'm trying not to let my attitude be defined by how many mosquito bites are on me.
I am angry all the time, and I don't know why.
About 10 minutes ago, we were looking for pictographs, as they are labeled on the map. And as we were canoeing, we came up on this massive rock wall, big flat rock wall. Ooh, this is pretty. I saw some pictographs, red little drawings. I'll show you them right here. They look like this. So, pretty neat. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really looking forward to carrying a canoe on top of my head for that entire trek.
That's a long way to go.
By a creekside that you laid on and told me, don't let the fear of losing me keep you from moving on. Far from the prying eyes of our friends who came, by the fireflies that show away, we're starting to slip away. It's when I was in love, just for you to hear me play.
We almost made it.
Starting to realize I'm the one that doesn't stay. I'm the one that goes away. I'm the one that goes away. I'm the one that goes away. I'm the one that goes away.
We made it back, and he only fell once, but I had my camera off.
5 feet from the canoe. and I went off the last boulder.
It looks sweet.
And here we go. This is how we do the second portion of the portage. You gooch?
Yep.
There we go.
Alright, we just paddled a few more miles. We're out on Insula Lake. That island right there is known as Williamson Island. We're gonna go see if we can find a campsite on it. The island was occupied, so we just landed on a beach. Beautiful sandy water. What a lovely place to be. So we're at our beach. It's starting to get pretty hazy though. We just paddled over to a new campsite across the lake. It's got rocks, it's beautiful. It's really up high off the water. It's lovely, so we're gonna transfer our camp over there. You can see the trees as they go back further and further into the distance, they get lighter and lighter in color. There's a lot of smoke coming in from the wildfires. Climate change is real, man. We got a mile ahead of us just for a better view of this sunset. It's gonna be worth it. We made a nonverbal language for communicating in the canoe. In order to change paddle position, there's a few different words you can use. I prefer, you can also use and. Check it out. That's how you keep going in a straight line, because the person in the back of the canoe has a bit more control over the steering. It's cool stuff. We're almost there. It's getting a little windy out.
We've got one more day after today to get out. I think today is Friday. Yes, we get out tomorrow. So we have probably the longest haul today. If we were to do this again, we would have done it in a manner where we have some rest days. We're both feeling it. We're exhausted. We've been running really hard every day just to keep on a schedule. And we realized we got to push today and tomorrow really hard. Put in a couple extra miles. And we are doing an awful portage right now. Not looking forward to doing this with the canoe, because it's a lot of this rock stuff. And we had to climb up pretty high. And now we're going down finally on the other side. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that.
We paddled about 11 miles today, and it was awesome, honestly. Here's where we're at now. We're 2 lakes from the exit. I'm out filling up this Sawyer water filter, the Sawyer Mini, because I don't drink straight lake water because I'm not a sick bastard. This is probably one of the coolest things you're ever gonna see. So the Sawyer hangs from the tree and then it comes down. The magic tube. So you put your frickin' cup on the ground. And then you wait 46 hours for your filtered water to fill.
10 hours later.
I'm gonna insert 12 hours later or something. And then it's gonna cut back to it being like a centimeter higher.
6.5 hours later.
I'm gonna do that.
Are you kidding me?
All right, back to square one, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently there's a disease, some kind of bacteria in the water, and this filter gets it out. It's called or like yeah. I'll look it up. It's right here. Sweet. All right, it's been about 40-ish minutes since my last video. We're almost done. Holy shit, guys. This is veggie soup. And boy does it look delicious. What I love about Backpacker's Pantry isn't their great taste. I can't even speak on it since I haven't had it yet. But it's this frickin' marketing.
The road less traveled feeds your soul. Backpacker's Pantry fuels your journey. Backpacker's Pantry. It's the choice of a new generation.
Good morning. It's day 5. We've got about 5 hours of paddling ahead of us. Got a couple of portages today. Then when we get out, we're gonna get picked up by some guy from Ely Outfitting Company. It's a good outfitting company.
We have to be at the pickup point by 4 p.m.
Yep. Where Scott will hopefully pick us up again. We'll get driven back to the outfitting company where we left the truck.
Then we have a room at the inn and a date with a restaurant.
Yes, sir. I don't know what kind of restaurants they have in Ely. It's a pretty small town. But if I had my pick, it would be Chipotle. Not that I don't like oatmeal. I've gotten pretty used to it since it's about all I ate in my dorm for a whole year. Shout out to my old roommate. We used to eat oatmeal twice a day on a good day.
It's hazy today from the smoke. You can smell it in the air. You can hear the airplanes droning off in the distance, but it's so smoky you can't see them.
The fire that burned a lot of these trees, a lot of the burned trees you see, were from a wildfire in 2011, which spread something like 90,000 acres before it was done burning. That's crazy. Yet another portage. So begins our final leg of paddling.
Yes.
Woo! I'm going into town and I'm gonna get a ice water with lemon. I'm trying to figure this out, guys. Do mosquitoes like some people more than others? Or are some people just more allergic than others? I have no idea. I could Google that. My friends, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. A beautiful little family of geese. Look at them in a little line, following their parent. Holy cow, if that isn't gorgeous, if that isn't nature at its finest, if that isn't life, love, and the pursuit of being a goose. Well, we're back at the inn. I didn't get the chance to record anything as we were getting picked up. First of all, I'm covered in mosquito bites and I'm really angry about that. The Boundary Waters is a very special place, and there's not many places like it anymore. And just spending 3 hours in there, you'll pick up on it pretty fast that it's a rare and unique, special place. You're completely on your own. There's no people. There's nothing to rely on. There's no toilet. There's no running water. Well, technically there is a toilet, but it's not much of a toilet. You'll have to see it. In our real worlds, we don't really get much space to actually think about anything because we're just being constantly bombarded by garbage and stuff that isn't really garbage, and it's mostly garbage though. You know, we've got phones, our portals to anything and everything all of the time in our pockets. But a place like Boundary Waters makes you actually start to think about what you really think. Things come up in your mind that wouldn't be there if you were just living in the real world with constant access to everything, constant access to entertainment and thoughts and ideas. It's places like the Boundary Waters where you step back and learn to be okay with not being entertained. It's one of the first times I've really had to just sit with myself and be comfortable with being in my own company. And there's not a lot of places like that in the world. There's this one lake, the lake where we jumped off the rocks, where there was nothing. There was nobody else. And it just blew my mind sitting there and looking out across the water, and there was nobody there. And I grew up in Michigan. I'm so used to seeing houses anytime I'm at a lake. I'm used to seeing properties, but the whole border of the lake, there was nothing. I mean, you could sit and yell and hear your own echo yell back to you at about the same volume. And in the quiet, there's something about that amount of quiet. I've heard that amount of quiet maybe once in an isolated sound booth, but it's the first time I've been in nature and not been able to hear some sort of powered vehicle or engine or person talking. You can't hear a thing out there, and it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever experienced. Thanks.